Okay, this is another black and white technique that I love to use. I use this one a lot on weddings and portrait shots. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this one off. We're going to go back to our background, and for this one all I'm going to do is go to my adjustment layers and I'm going to hit gradient map. And straight away this is going to bring in a nice black and white tone. It's a slightly lower contrast straight away than our last black and white technique, but it does have a lot of things we can do with it to adjust. So if we like it as it is, we can shut this down. If we want to tweak it, we double click here, brings up this gradient map, and we click on the box, which brings up our gradient editor. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually just going to click just underneath this bar, and that adds a stop, as you can see here. Now what we're going to do, we're going to double click on this, and I'm actually going to change this. Now if I click around in this color bar, you can see that we can tone this to any kind of tone, any kind of color that we want, and that's what gives this black and white its range of different uses, and what makes it really good. But what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to click on the oranges just around about there, and we're going to play with this. As you can see, it's actually a really nice sepia tone there now, and I can move this around just until I get exactly the tone that I want. And once you've got the tone that you want, you can actually make a note of the numbers that we have over here, and you can actually create an action. You can do the same thing over and over. So for now I'm just going to click OK. So there we go. You can see we have a nice sort of toned black and white now. It's ever so slightly sepia. And what we can do with this, we can move our stops just to change the gradient. If we want to there, let's move this one back. Just showing you exactly what we can do. And this one here to darken just like that. Or we can take this one back up. We can move the center one. And so we can play with the tones. So it's infinitely adjustable. Is this black and white technique. Really, really nice. And as well, you see down here, we can actually type in numbers in this. Whatever number you want to put in. Play with the numbers. Once you get a good feel for this and you find a good place, you can actually change that, and you can remember the number for next time. Write it down. So I think that looks nice. Dark, contrasty, pretty foreboding with a good range of tones. And I'm going to click OK. And we're going to shut this down. Okay, so now we can compare the two black and whites. This is what it looks without. That's the desaturation black and white. And that's my grad. And you can see now the sort of sepia tone there. It's ever so slight sepia tone, not complete. And I actually think that creates a really warm black and white. When we look at the desaturation, it's a pure black, it's a grey one, and it actually prints pretty good. But this one, if you go to MPix and you're using a color printer to print your black and whites, it's an amazing technique, and your shots look really good. Wedding albums that are done like this look really warm and really nice as well. So this is my favorite black and white technique.